Saturday Social is powered by FIFA 22 with PlayStation.
Right, Joe, we haven't done trends for a while. There's been a lot of big trends in the world of football on social media, so time for what's trending. First one, what you got for us?
Yeah, first trend is about Raphael Varane, of course, picked up a groin injury whilst on international duty for France. He's going to miss a few weeks, according to Manchester United, and it is a big few weeks. Look at this fixture. It's Leicester, Atalanta, Liverpool, Tottenham, Atalanta again, City, then there's Watford away, then Villarreal, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Tough.
That is a seriously tough 10 games. And if he misses a few weeks, he could miss a few of those games. Maguire also has an injury as well. So the question we are asking you boys, I'm going to come to you for this one, HP. How will Man United cope without Rafa Varane?
I think it's going to be very tough. We bought Rafa Varane because he's such an experienced player, won the World Cup, Champions League, and you know the games which he's played in the season, he's played so well. I think he's been the rock at the back for us. So to not have him and also not have our captain Maguire is going to be very, very difficult. And you know the games you just mentioned are going to be so difficult. And I don't think we've actually found our rhythm this season, so to speak. So it's going to be very difficult. I think with Bailly and Lindelof, this is their time to step up. If they can't handle it, then we're going to be in serious problems. Scary times.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. That's one of the biggest things as well, is that the guys replacing them aren't like-for-like defenders. They're quite different, to be quite fair, especially with Bailly so much more aggressive and Lindelof not as maybe physically strong as Maguire is. Yeah, I mean, good luck to you guys, because come the Chelsea game, it could be a very, very different story by that point.
He always manages to sneak Chelsea in there somehow, doesn't he? Always
representing his beloved Chelsea TV.
Yeah, actually, there's always a way of getting Chelsea.
There is always a way.
Man United and Varane,
and he got quite confident with the prediction there, so just bear that in mind. Next up is Raheem Sterling we're going to talk about, because we saw these quotes, and a lot of people got talking about this, Joe, didn't they? Because Raheem Sterling saying if there was an opportunity to go somewhere else, he's talking about for more game time, I would be open to it at this moment in time. And of course, Pep was asked about that in his press conference yesterday. So it's a big talking point. This. So the question we're asking for trend number 2 is as follows. It's basically, what should Raheem Sterling do? Should Raheem Sterling stay or leave Man City? 60 seconds on the clock. Zach, what are your thoughts?
For his career, and for more game time, yes, but I don't know where he can go that's better than where he is right now. He's not going to be winning more trophies if he leaves and joins someone else. And the other kind of bit is what other team is going to afford him? Liverpool maybe would be the perfect place for him to go, but would Liverpool buy him back? Would the fans want him back? I don't think so. It's hard. Should he leave? Yes, but where does he go? I've got no idea.
Harry, what are your thoughts? Spoken about as well, maybe playing abroad as well. A lot of people talking about that. What do you think Raheem should do?
I agree with Zach. I think with Sterling, I think he's a top class player. I think he had an amazing Euros campaign, and what he does for Man City and what he's done for Man City is amazing. Maybe there's an issue going on with him and Pep, whatever it is, but I think for his career, he's 28, I think. He's at a good time in his career for him to go. 26, I think he is.
Maybe 27.
Midway. Still in his prime, innit? And I think if he goes abroad, I think he'll do a great job. Even if he went Real Madrid, I think he'll do a crazy job there. He's that good, and I think Man City, like you said, are probably the best team in England at the moment, but he can definitely find another team.
Yeah, 26 years of age, it's been interesting to see what he's
so he's got a long time left in his career, 26 as well.
What a baby.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to the next one. There's another player who's not particularly happy at the moment. It's Genie Wijnaldum, obviously not getting an awful lot of game time since his move to Paris Saint-Germain. Here's some more quotes from him. He said, I can't say that I'm completely happy because the situation is not what I wanted. I've played a lot in recent years, was always fit and did very well. This is something different, and that takes getting used to. I was really looking forward to this next step. Then this happens. It's very difficult. So, yeah, again, another player not happy with game time at his club. So should Genie Wijnaldum have stayed at Liverpool? That's the question we're asking. His contract was, of course, up, so he had to kind of go. But should he have stayed and signed a new deal instead?
I think maybe if he looks at it now, I mean, grass isn't always greener, I guess, but if you look back then, what PSG were just telling him was, we're about to sign Lionel Messi, you got Neymar here, Mbappe's going to stay for another year, Donnarumma, Sergio Ramos. So you can't really blame him for leaving, but I guess if it's about game time, which it seems to be, and him not playing enough, then he maybe should have stayed at Liverpool. But when you join a new club and so many players join, things take time as well to develop. So I'm sure in maybe a month or two he might be featuring a lot more.
Yeah, I think he's gone from being an integral part of Liverpool, playing Champions League winning teams, Premier League winning teams, to then not playing at all at a team that has the likes of Neymar, Messi. You want to be playing with those players, and because he's not, that's obviously why he's probably said those things. But I think time will tell. I think it's going to be a long, project that PSG are trying to, achieve, trying to win a Champions League. So I think he just needs to buy his time a little bit and see how things go. I think it's not the end of the world. But anyway, who really wants to stay at Liverpool? Do you know what I mean? So I don't.
Well, I think quite a few players do fair. they're doing all right, mate.
They're not doing too badly. Next trend, we're going to talk Claudio Ranieri, of course, back in the Premier League. I don't know if you remember, but we all remember the pizza thing when he promised Leicester pizza if they won the league, and of course they did win the league. Well, he's been up to his old tricks again. He was asked what he would do with the players if he'd take them out for pizza if they kept a clean sheet this weekend. Here's what he had to say.
No pizza. I pay a dinner if I take a clean sheet. Pizza is too little. No. A dinner.
There's a couple of things I want to dissect from that. Is that Leicester got a pizza for winning the league, which was an unbelievable achievement. Watford just for one clean sheet against Liverpool are going out to dinner, which is like unbelievable. And also, pizza's not for dinner apparently. It's something else they're taking them out for. But anyway, that's by the by. Will Claudio Ranieri be able to keep Watford in the Premier League? Harry, what do you think?
100%. I think he's such a
100%.
Yeah,
brave.
I think. Do you know what it is? I think he's such a likeable character. I think when you play under a manager who you actually respect and got a lot of, like I said, he's won, the Premier League. He was amazing for Chelsea before they, got taken over and whatnot. And I just think he's a respectable guy. And I think the players at Watford, there's so much talent there. They just need a manager who's actually going to get the best out of them. And I think with Claudio Ranieri, I think there's none better about getting the best out of players. So I think it will be a hard thing, but he'll be able to do it, I think.
Zach, what are your thoughts? It's good to have him back in the Premier League, isn't it?
No, it is. I love him to bits, especially as a Chelsea fan. However, I just don't know whether he'll be the manager by the end of the season. To be quite honest, like with the way the Watford board go, it seems like the second there's a risk of this isn't going the way that we planned. Let's change plans and get a new manager in. But on his track record, minus Fulham, everything else is pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be easy, whatever happens, but I wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, and he's got some tough fixtures coming up as well with Watford. Let's go on to our final trend of the day. Then this is about Didier Drogba. Now, you might not have seen this, but during the week he played for a Marseille side in a charity match against a UNICEF 11 and scored a hat-trick. The opposition side was managed by Arsene Wenger. Here's a Marseille tweet. Is it 2004 again? Obviously, Didier Drogba didn't mind a goal against the Arsenal, did he? It happened quite regularly. So the question we're going to ask you guys is which player haunted your club the most? Obviously, after Didier came back and haunted Arsene yet again. Zach, coming to you first.
Weird shout. Most recently, Callum Robinson.
Good shout.
Did it for West Brom. Just we were great defensively, and then he did it for West Brom, and then he also did it the year before for Sheffield United. Yeah, but I mean, maybe apart from that, me personally, growing up, I used to hate playing against Adebayor. I don't know
you
what
played against Adebayor personally.
There we go. But as a Chelsea fan, I used to hate facing him. He was such a dominant threat all the time, and always just every corner. I remember specifically being so afraid of him. But yeah, Adebayor.
Okay.
I'd have to go with Thierry Henry. I think Thierry Henry was a thorn in every Man United side. Every single game, you just knew he was either going to score or assist. Some of the goals that he scored past us were just unreal. Like, he was one of the players that you just knew that there's nothing you can do about it. And I think more recently, before he signed with us, Alexis Sanchez, I hated him. He was a problem. Like, once he scored or assist, it's a joke. That's why I think we had to sign him, because he was so good. But yeah, Henry was unreal.